In 2022, a lot of idols have departed from their groups without giving any proper explanation, leaving their fans heartbroken and extremely confused. Treasure debuted in 2019 under YG Entertainment, consisting of 12 members. They've made a name for themselves in the industry as one of the groups that has more than 10 members, but that completely changed in November of 2022. Let's backtrack to May of 2022 for a bit, because that's when it was announced that the members Bang Ye-dam and Mashiho would be taking a temporary hiatus from their group activities. YG shared that during their hiatus, Bang Ye-dam would be focusing on studying music as he had been wanting to improve his producing skills, while Mashiho would be traveling to Japan to spend more time with his family. The agency statement said, "After sufficient discussion with the Treasure members, we have decided to give the two members more rest, so we ask for your understanding and support." Following the statement, Treasure's fans showed the members lots of love and support, thinking that Bang Ye-dam and Mashiho were on a much-needed break. Well, it all changed on November 7th of 2022 when their fans woke up to the news of Bang Ye-dam and Mashiho terminating their contracts with YG. Their agency announced that they would continue to promote as a 10-member group following the two members' departure. The statement said that an agreement to terminate their contracts was made after a long and careful discussion. As for the reason behind their departures, YG Entertainment said, "We have reached such an agreement so that Mashiho could have enough time to recover from his health condition and Bang Ye-dam could pursue his career as a producer." Understandably, this left their fans absolutely heartbroken, especially since Bang Ye-dam and Mashiho are the members who trained for the longest. To say that everyone found this unexpected would be a lie. While many netizens were surprised by the news, there were some who were kind of expecting Bang Ye-dam to depart from the group and pursue a solo career. It does make sense considering that he's been getting attention for his talent since he appeared on K-pop Star 2. One netizen commented that they think Bang Ye-dam didn't fit into the group, especially in a group that has a lot of members and is focused on building a stable fandom. Another netizen said, "Bang Ye-dam already got a lot of attention when he was in elementary school. He has been a good singer since then. He would have made it bigger if he just released an album right after the show." Some netizen commented that they couldn't imagine how much Bang Ye-dam and Mashiho didn't want to be a part of Treasure since they departed just after 2 years, and another one remarked that a lot of people were actually against Bang Ye-dam debuting in an idol group. After the two members left the group, some people noticed that YG Entertainment specifically has a problem with members leaving their groups after some time. Although the reasons for their departures were different, groups like Big Bang, Winner, and iKON also had members leaving over the years. When it comes to Treasure, a lot of their fans felt blindsided, and some even blamed the agency's artist management for Bang Ye-dam and Mashiho's departure. One user on Twitter pointed out that both members left after just 2 years with the group and after successful comebacks like Jikjin and Darari. As sad as this situation is, hopefully a new door opens up for Bang Ye-dam and Mashiho and they will pursue their dream careers. Lightsum. By far the most confusing member departure happened to Lightsum. The group has existed for a little over a year, and in October of 2022, Cube Entertainment announced some shocking news. Through a statement, Cube revealed that Huyeon and Jiyeon would no longer be a part of the group and the group would be reorganized to fit 6 members. Now the whole situation is very strange because the statement the agency released is extremely vague. All it says is, "After a careful discussion, we have decided to reorganize Lightsum as a 6-member group for their promotions. Also, please send support for Huyeon and Jiyeon as they're no longer able to join." There wasn't any reason given why the girls were leaving the group, and to say that their fans were confused and displeased is an understatement. Because there was no warning prior to it that the group would undergo such drastic changes, many of their fans couldn't believe that this was really happening. Some were wondering if Huyeon and Jiyeon were kicked out of the group or if there was something else going on behind the scenes. Rumors started to spread and netizens shared their thoughts on what could possibly happen. One netizen shared, "If you thought they wouldn't cut it, you should have let them go before they debuted so that they could find another label. There were talks that they didn't fit the group from the get-go. If you guys had done a better job at picking the members, the group would have done a lot better." Another netizen said that not only is the statement insensitive to the group, it also shows that the agency doesn't seem to care about their fans too much either. Jiyeon's age was also frequently discussed as she's only 16 years old. Not to mention that Huyeon and Jiyeon are the 2 youngest members of the group, so the fans were even more confused as to why they left. One netizen pointed out that you'll never know why people quit Cube Entertainment and that debuting alone isn't enough to make you feel safe under that company. It was a heated discussion throughout the online forums. On one of the online forums, one netizen hinted at what could possibly be the reason for Huyeon and Jiyeon's departure. They said, "Word on the street is that they removed the 2 youngest members because they plan on rebranding and coming back with the sexy concept, and they don't want to deal with the headache of backlash." And I believe it because this was hella abrupt and random. Literally gave no reason why too. Since both of the girls are underage and won't turn 18 until next year and the year after, it's almost certain that the agency would face serious criticism if they did a provocative concept with underage members in the group. It's hard to say if we will ever learn the real reason why the girls left, but maybe their departure will be the start of their successful solo careers. Kingdom. Kingdom is another new group that had to suffer a lineup change recently. The group debuted in February of 2021 as a 7-member boy group with an incredibly complex concept. The concept expands across the universe with each member in mini-albums representing a different king in history. Because the concept relies so heavily on all of the members, the sudden departure of one of the members left everybody completely shocked. In May of 2022, the group's agency GF Entertainment announced that the member 2 terminated his contract and will be withdrawing from the group. The member said, "2 has terminated his contract due to personal circumstances and will be leaving the group. We apologize for causing concern to fans and everyone with the sudden news." This announcement was particularly upsetting to their fans as it's only been a year since the group debuted. The timing was also strange as the news came just before the group was supposed to hold a new fan sign event. Fans quickly took to social media to tell TU that he will always have their support, but it was obvious that they were worried about what this means for the future of the group. One fan on Twitter said, "TU leaving so abruptly was so weird to me because he was just posting. He was on Weverse 24 hours ago and they announced his contract termination a few hours later. He's been perfectly fine hanging with the group and communicating with fans. I don't get it." In the comments of an article related to TU's departure on Soompi, someone compared his situation to Love's from Only One Of. Apparently, Love also departed from his group and his announcement was pretty much the same, but the fans haven't heard much from him since then. Kingdom's fans didn't have to worry about the group's future too much because in August of 2022, it was announced that a new member would be joining the group. His name is Juan and he's now the new vocalist in the group. As for TU, there hasn't been any news regarding his future career. Black Swan. Black Swan is known for their frequent lineup changes and it's becoming quite tricky to make sense out of all of it. In August of 2022, it was announced that the 2 Korean members of Black Swan, Judy and Younghoon, were departing from the group. Their company DR Music said that the 2 members decided to leave in order to fulfill their new dreams. Earlier this year, 2 new members, Surya and Gabby, were added to the group. Because Black Swan operates on the system of introduction and graduation, it's nothing new that a member is leaving while new ones are joining, but for years now, their agency has been criticized for not managing the group well and for giving Black Swan more member changes than comebacks. Since their debut in 2011 as Rania, they've lost over 20 members. In the comment section on Soompi, one user commented, "With this, I think there aren't any Korean members left. Honestly, expecting disbanding news or new addition news soon. Historically proven, K-pop isn't at a place yet for a fully foreign group to work in my opinion. A lot of people don't like how the agency keeps shuffling the members so often, and the group doesn't have a very stable fandom as well, which is very important for the groups and their success." When it comes to Judy and Younghoon, the agency didn't give additional detail on what their new dreams could be. Some netizens claimed that the girls could possibly feel unstable in a group that is constantly changing its lineup. Graduation concepts haven't worked out really well in K-pop, maybe with the exception of After School, and considering the agency's bad record with members leaving since Rania days, you'd think that the agency would try harder to keep the members in the group and establish a solid and stable ground for them. Without a doubt, Fato is one of the most well-known members of Black Swan, and some fans are afraid that once she graduates, Black Swan will experience a huge downfall. It's hard to determine how long this lineup will last, but hopefully it will be long enough for the girls to establish themselves properly. NMIXX. NMIXX only debuted in February of this year, but they've already lost a member. On December 9th, 2022, JYP Entertainment released a statement where they shared that Jeannie has decided to part her ways with the company and the group. The statement said, "Jeannie, who has promoted as a member of NMIXX up until today, will be leaving the team and terminating her contract with JYP Entertainment due to personal reasons." Although NMIXX will continue promoting with 6 members according to JYP, this announcement left thousands of their fans confused and shocked, especially since Jeannie talked about how excited she was to perform again on Bubble a few days ago. The circumstances around her departure are definitely weird, and who knows if the real reason behind Jeannie leaving will ever get released. That's it for today. Leave your thoughts down below, and thank you for watching. Bye!